Hi everybody, welcome back to today's video. I'm going to show you how to create this birthday poster real quick. It's going to be very insightful. Let's step into Photoshop. Alright, so let's go to file, let's go to new. I'm going to use A4 size because the client would like me to print it. So let's say something like that. I'm going to click on print over here. Alright, I'm going to look for A4 size. I'm going to maintain all these. I'm going to call it B. Let's just say it's B the flyer. Alright, and then let's click on create. Now I will also start by bringing in my image. Alright, so I'm going to drag this image and I'll drag it all the way into Photoshop and then release it like that, just like that. Okay, I'm not going to do anything to it. I'll Control G to put it in a group. I'm going to call it image. Okay, now most of the time what I do is that I also use camera raw filter to make the face more of an HDR and then make it a little bit sharpened. Okay, so if you want me to make a video to show you how to make it very nice and appealing like that, guys, just drop it in the comment section. Now with that said, also what I like to do is to bring in some of the files that I'll be using. So I'll drag this ribbon down here. Okay, and then I'm going to use motion blur. So I'll go to filter, I'll go to blur, and I'll go to motion blur. This is to add some depth of field to it. So over here I'm going to set it to -31, and then at the distance here I'm going to set it to 155. Okay, so you just see how it looks like. It looks like this and this. No, it just gives you some feel. That is what I'm looking for. The next thing is our converti. I'm going to pull it all the way in there and I'm going to release it. Let's see how it's going to be like. I'm going to clockwise and then I'm going to make it something like that. Okay, and even that, I'm looking at how I'm going to do it. And so I'm going to right click it and then flip vertical, and then I feel like this is good, right? So let's just maintain it like that. Enter. Then I'm going to give it a mask. Sweet, give it a mask, and then I'm going to pick my brush over here at the left side. I'll go up here and then pick soft round brush. Guys, you know how I'm going to mask it, right? You know how I'm going to do it. I'm going to click over here, make sure my caps lock is also off, and then increase the size of my brush a little bit. Good. Now I'm going to maintain. We are going to clean what we are going to maintain. So I want to maintain this. I'm going to clean it. Good. I want to maintain this. I'm going to clean it. Also want to maintain this. I'm going to clean it. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then also some part of this. I'm going to clean it. I'm going to clean this one as well. Then I'm going to clean this one too. Would also like to clean this one as well, and then maintain this one too, and then maintain that one. Also this little piece I'm going to maintain it. What else? I'm going to clean that side. I'll clean this one. I'm going to clean this one too. Okay, so if you maybe maintain this two over here, and that is it, guys. That is it. Maybe click this one. So I think that is it. Guys, what do you think? Should I keep more? Then I'm going to double click it and then I'm going to do it like that. All right, so you can see it is all around the client or the person. We are going to maintain this. I'm going to put let's see which one is this. I'm going to put both in a group. I'm going to call them ribbons. Just like that, we are done with those sides. Now I'm going to bring in the background. The background is to keep everything in perspective. So I'm going to drag this one first and I'm going to release it. Okay, just like that. You can see everything is in the middle. You can see the client is in the middle of these two pillars or these two doorposts. Guys, really important. You want to do that. You want to keep that client in the middle, or you could even enlarge it a little bit and then drag it here. You want to do anything to keep the client in the middle. Maybe we should push it here a little bit. I don't know. Okay, but just make sure the client falls in the middle of this doorpost. It's really important. Now the other thing is, let's add one more thing to it to make it much more detailed and good. All right, so I'm going to keep it like this behind the client, and I'm going to put both of them in a group. I'm going to call them BG. Remember, we use Control G to group it. So I'm going to maintain this. We are done with the background. We need to start adding some text to it. So I'm going to type somewhere here and I'm going to pick the details. I'm going to pick Janet, Control C to copy it, and then I'm going to paste it here, Control V to paste it. I'm going to drag it up here. I want it to be up here, and then I'm going to go to my character. I am using Trajan Pro, guys. I'm using Trajan Pro. I'm going to set this side to regular, and then I'm going to increase the font size drastically. Okay, so guys, I'm using 109. Feel free to you know, do what you want to do. I'm going to click over here to take it off. Good. And then let's see, we also want to make this side -100 to bring it together. Okay. I'm going to take this one off. Okay, so now let's move straight to the layer style editing. I'm going to gradient overlay, and I'm looking at it right now, and I want to make this side a little bit much more darker. Okay, so I'm going to choose 590502. You can see it's way much darker. And then this side, I'm going to keep it normal side red color, FF00B. All right, that is it. That is it. But then I don't want it to look a little like this, so I'm going to change in. I'm going to use linear still. Okay, guys, I'm still going to look linear, but this side I'm going to set it to 66 to just make this side darker and this side more reddish. All right, and then the scale over here, let's set the scale to 53. But that is it. That is just like that. But we also want to add one more thing to it, the drop shadow. Okay, it's always important. I'm going to set it to linear dodge. You want to click here the color and come and pick a creamish color, the bright side over here. Just pick it. Okay, and then just click on OK. All right, and then the opacity, we want the opacity to be a little bit higher, so let's say the opacity to be around 60 thereabout. And then also the angle should still be 90. Set this side to 3, set this side to 14, set this side to 169, and then let's leave it like that. All right, so I think this is good. You also want to duplicate it, and then the font size over here, set it to 14. Nice. And then let's drag it up. Okay, now what we are going to do is we are going to pick happy birthday, and then we want to paste it there. Okay, I also don't like the way it looks like. I'm going to set here to 120. Okay, and then I'm going to set here to bold, and then I'm also going to set here to bold. I just want it to stand out. Okay, and I'm going to click there, and then the gradient here, I'm going to click there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this over here to PG, and then I'll right click it and then clear layer styles. Okay, it's I don't know how you saw it. I drag it here, then I cleaned it. Okay, that is all. All right, so I just want to maintain the drop shadow. Okay, that is all. All right, so that said, I'm going to come to this side. I'm going to click on color black, so that I just want us to see the details. Control H. Okay, so let's go to view. Let's go to new guards layout, and then let's click set here to 8. Set here to 8. We want to make sure our alignment is correct. Janet is in the middle, should be in the middle. Good. Happy birthday should be in the middle. Good. Yeah, it's coming off well. We can put these two in a group, and then we are going to call it what? We are going to call it name. And then we're going to move on to the date. We're going to type somewhere, or even better still, we can go and then drag in this shape. Enter. And then let's move it here. I want it to fall into the middle there like that. I'm going to type here, and I'm going to pick in the details of the date. Then I'm going to paste it there. Okay, so let's just see. We're going to paste it there. Okay. For this detail, let's see. I'm going to set it to color white. Zoom in. Okay, this is what you want to do. Let's set this side to 0. Okay, all right. Right there. Then the size is 14. Everything here is like this. Looks good. Better. Nice. But what I want to do is I want to Control T on it, and I want to. That is what you want to do. You want to make sure that it is also rotated, tilted to match the shape, to sell it out and make it much more interesting and realistic. I'm going to call this one date, right? Yeah, date. We are done with the date as well. Now let's bring in a few things to make it more photorealistic. Now the composition is almost done. I'm going to create a new layer. Then I'm going to pick my brush. Then I'm going to hold Alt, and I'm going to pick the brightest side over there. Okay, make sure my caps lock is off to see the size of my brush. I'm going to paste somewhere here. I'll go there and set it to linear dodge. Good. Then I'm going to Control T, hold Shift and Alt, depending on version of Photoshop you are using. I'm going to do it like that. Good. Then I would create another layer, and then I'm going to paste it there like that, and then I'm going to set it to linear dodge again. I'll click on my move tool and then move it there. Okay. I'm going to reduce the opacity to around exactly. You're asking why am I doing it like that? It's to create that realistic tone. Duplicate it, Control J to duplicate it, and then drag it here also as well. I'm going to reduce the opacity a bit more to maybe around 40 something. Okay, so this makes it more realistic. Okay, so you gotta go with it. I love how to use the glue. I use the glue. The glow in the background influences the glow on top of the image. I'm going to call it glow nice, and then I'm going to add one more adjustment to it, and that adjustment is gradient map. Now I'll click here and I'll double click here, and guys, this is the color code I'm going to be using, 330000. Great. And then this side I'm going to double click it. I'm going to use FFDE96. all right, so you can see how it looks like. Nice. I'll set here to the blending mode to soft light, and then that is it. And then finally I'm going to merge everything together. Control Alt Shift and then E, and then I'm going to convert it to smart object. First thing first. Now you can go to filter. I will go to camera raw filter. Camera raw filter, we first need to attend to the vibrance. The vibrance here, I'm going to set the figure there to 6. Then let's move on to the saturations over here, and then that is where most of the figures are going to be. I'm going to set this one to 26. I'm going to set this to 31. I'm going to set this to 35. I'm going to set this to 25. I'm going to set this to 32. I'm going to set this to 23. I'm going to set this to 25. All right, and then I'll go to effects. The grain here, I'm going to set it to 20, and then the amount of vignetting here, I'm going to set it to -18, and that is it. I'll click on that. That is it, guys. You can see the difference. That is it. All right, so guys, if you love this video, hit the bell icon and subscribe to this channel, guys. Also remember, there are many videos coming up. I also have another birthday flyer that I designed. If you haven't designed it yet, if you haven't learned from it yet, it's going to be in the description, guys. See you in the next one. Peace out.